Well, hello, my YouTube family. Yes, it's been almost a full week since I haven't seen you. And I don't even know about tomorrow because I'd like to come home early on Fridays so I can see you on Fridays. Well, there was a list of names that came to me today from that nurse that I had spoken to you about a while back. The one who's got a list this long. Well, it's this long now. And I even wrote to Queen of Darkness, and I said, I've noticed that not only is the list getting longer, but the amount of what they're asking for has increased. Before it used to be, I need one box of large, one box of medium, one box of small. Then it became, can I have 3 boxes of small, 3 boxes of large, 2 boxes of medium? Now, it's, I would like 6 boxes of large, 6 boxes. So I noticed that. So I emailed her the list. I said, and I made it a point of telling her, I have to package these. Is this list correct? Because I've noticed that the numbers are consistently increasing. And she writes me back, not even a sorry, Nancy. Yes, Nancy, the list is correct. Thank you, Nancy. Bitch. And then who leaves at 4:15? Well, she is the boss after all. She can leave any bloody time she wants to, right? I've been told that. So I guess, let the slaves and the minions do the hard work and you get the praise. That's just the way the world works. So if you see me tomorrow, you do. And if you don't, oh well. It's just going to be like that from now on, moving forward, because every day is a surprise. Every day is a different surprise and more work on my plate. When I saw this list, I really I started to hyperventilate. Like every time this particular nurse emails her list, I have to kind of gear up because it's never the same. During the holiday season, the list was this way. I'm like, oh, in the holidays, they don't the patients don't need any PPEs. It's only January through November, and then December I get a break in December. Oh, there's my Christmas gift. I really wish I had something to drink. Anyway, let us get started because I've got to talk to you about on my eyes. Oh, I am loving this eyeshadow. But let us do lips of the day first because that is what the channel is supposed to be about. So I start off with NYX in Bloom, lined and filled, matching my sweat precisely, doesn't it? If only people at work could see it. If only the outside world. They used to, excuse me, I've got the hiccups or something's going on. I don't know. If only, people could see the lips like they used to once upon a time. Anyway, this is NYX Round Lipstick, and this is in the shade Eros. And this is Eros. I've done a lip look on Eros before. That is Eros, and that is Eros. It is a pinky red because there is a pink undertone. This is not a full-blown red, but it is a pinky red. Okay, because my sweater is a hot pink. I don't know if the hotness is really coming across, but it's not a red sweater. It's a hot pink sweater. So there you go. that is Lips of the Day. Eyes of the Day is from my Revolution palette, my Foil Frenzy palette. And there's the shade right there, people. Can't miss it. There it is. That's it. Of course, they don't have names. It's number 9, I guess you could say. Because I don't know if the list is on the bottom. You know that there's a corner where you can peel, but I don't want to peel it. So that's it right there. That is it right there. What? What? It's hot pink in the pan, but it doesn't come across as like a hot pink. Like this is a couple of patches. And I've learned that you cannot use brushes with foiled eyeshadows. They're best applied. I mean, I guess you can use them with a brush, but it's a little difficult for me and I don't have the time, people. So I know that you use foil eyeshadows with your fingers, and I applied with my fingers. So there you have it. I was going to use this palette, but I saw that this shade matched my sweater a little better. So I chose this one. It's like you need an excuse, Nancy. Like you need an excuse. Anyway, there you have it. So that's the eyeshadow, which I absolutely adore. And from the Revolution Foil Frenzy palette. And there you have it. I have not bought anything, so there's nothing coming. The heat, you know, that heat that I want for the Too Faced, you know, that eyeshadow palette that I've been talking about, and the W7 has a dupe of it. W7 has a dupe of that one. Well, the heat has subsided somewhat because I'm realizing that, Nancy, you buying all these eyeshadows, you buying them, but you're not using them yet. Yet being the operative word. You have these brand new eyeshadow palettes and you're just now using them. How about you break them in a little bit before you start, you know, panting over another eyeshadow palette? But see, that's the angel talking. The devil is like, but you just need that one more palette to complete your want. And I'm listening to that demon because in a way, I'm thinking, I'm rationalizing, not really, but rationalizing the fact that, well, if I do get this palette, which is the palette that I've wanted for so long, after I get that palette, boom, you don't have to. And did I mention about the ColourPop palette? You know, that all red palette? I looked at it and looked at it and looked at it. That one I really am, no. Because in this rose all play, it's really this shade and this shade right here. And oh, even this one right here that I really want in the ColourPop palette. But Nancy, if you got them in this palette, then you don't need the ColourPop palette. But I still do want that Too Faced palette. No lie, that W7 palette. I want the W7 palette because it's a lot less expensive. And it is the ultimate dupe to the Too Faced palette. So, even though the heat has subsided, but me talking about it rises up the heat again. So, we shall see. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, oh well. But we shall see. So, there you have it. Okay, people. I worked like a beast today. Because of that nurse. in her damn list. She is the only nurse that emails me weekly, like all the other nurses, but the other nurses don't have the list that this bitch has. I'm sorry. Her list can pretty much carry me the whole week. If I had one nurse, she would be it, and I would, her list alone would stretch the entire week. But I have to do all of her shit by the end of the workday tomorrow. And if the end of the workday means after 5 o'clock, you guys will not see me, because by the time I come up those stairs and come home, I will not be in the mood to talk nicely to anyone. And that includes Tom. And that's my baby. That's my heart. So we shall see about tomorrow. I am going to try to go to work even extra early, just so I can start early, just so I can get through that muck of a list, because I'm the only one that does the packaging. I don't mail them out, thank you Jesus, but I have to package them up. 6 large, 4 medium, 2 small, 2 masks, timesheets, envelopes. All of this has to fit in a package. I just want to max and relax right now. I just want to max and relax right now. Okay? Because when I talk about it, it raises my blood pressure. And what'll that accomplish? Me dropping dead and somebody else having to do that list. So I don't want to do that. Not my time yet, because I have to get through these eyeshadows first. Okay. So I'm just going to max and relax and fall asleep like I normally do. Like, don't even ask me what yesterday's Chicago PD was about. I was watching it, but did it actually sink in? Like, do you remember the storyline? No, not really. I nodded off every now and then. Then I'm glassy-eyed because it's not penetrating. What I'm watching is not penetrating. So I'm sleeping with my eyes open, really, because you're not really focusing on what's going on. I know it has something to do with Burgess taking care of a little girl whose mother got shot because her father was in a gang or something. I don't know. Maybe that's all I got out of it. Anybody who was watching, who was in Chicago, because Chicago started, Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, and Chicago PD. I watched all 3. And I had to DVR Real Housewives of the OC and Real Housewives of Dallas. So, is it Real Housewives of Dallas? No, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. That's it. I was watching Real Housewives of Dallas. I had DVR'd it earlier this week. I was watching it. I watched it earlier yesterday. Right before the Chicago situation. So, I got home late. Managed to eat while eating. Had time to watch the Real Housewives of Dallas. Then go straight into going into Chicago. And then after that, going straight to bed. Because by the time 11 o'clock came, you know, I had to ask myself, did I really watch? Was Chicago PD on? Obviously, I remembered something, but anyway. And I think last week started the new season for Hell's Kitchen. Let's see if I'll be able to watch that, because the itis kicks in after I eat. Then I sit back on the sofa. When I sit back on the sofa, I'm pretty much a goner. So there you have it. So that is it. That is all. This is lips of the day. These are eyes of the day. I am loving a pink eyeshadow. What? This eyeshadow is everything. And it's foil. Foil really means like it's a shiny, but it doesn't really shine as much, which I'm fine because, you know, I'm a 56 this year, gonna be 57. Oh Lord, sweet heavenly Jesus. I'm gonna be 57 this year. We really don't have time to really be shining up the eyes like you 20 something. So just the shade alone is enough pow for me. But I do love the feel of a foil shadow on my fingers as I dip into it and putting it on. Oh, patting it on ever so lightly. Okay, that's why I love foil shadows so much. Okay, I can't remember the very first foil shadow I had that made me fall in love with foil shadows. It was a single. I think I remember it being a single, but I don't remember which one it was. Excuse me, people. Oh, I'm so sorry. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about, right? I'm yawning already. It's only 6:13. Okay, but you see what I'm talking about, right? All right. Well, this is lips of the day. This is eyes of the day, or whatever. And there you have it. Love the pink eyeshadow. I have been skipping my blush because what's the point? What's the point, people? Y'all know I don't wear blush anymore. I don't wear blush anymore. I haven't even been using my liquid foundations lately. I'm still in powder foundation mode. So, you know, this is the one I was using today. NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat in the color Sienna. I'll post it below like I normally do. But I have not. I think Monday was the only time I wore a liquid foundation. And I've been wearing my powder foundation since. I'm just not feeling liquid foundations right now. I have them. I love them still. But it's not its time. It's not time for them yet, as far as I'm concerned. Even though I thought it was going to be, because I thought the weather would be really, really ice cold, which it really hasn't been. It's been cold, but it hasn't been like freezing. So whenever that happens, whenever I feel like wearing a liquid foundation, I will. Of course, I'll let you know. And so that really is that. With that upon that, I have nothing else to discuss. That is basically it in a nutshell. I'm going to eat the rest of my garlic chicken. Ooh, that restaurant makes some garlic chicken. Oh my God, the sauce with some pork fried rice. Hello. Okay, I've got to go. I'm hungry. I'm hungry, and before I get hangry, I need to go. So I've got to go now. All right. So this is lips of the day. The eyes of the day. And there you have it. I love you. I love my YouTube family. Hit me up. Let me know what you think. And I will talk to you hopefully tomorrow, but don't count on me. Don't it's not a promise. I hope to see you tomorrow, but if I don't, I'll see you next week. Okay, and have a good weekend regardless. I love you. I love my YouTube family, and I will talk to you soon. Okay? That's all I can say right now. I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Mwah. Bye now.